Welcome to the Summit City, home to the 260's dedicated high school athletes and fans. Each victory and celebration captured by our cameras. Treasure the highlights from the Summit Athletic Conference this season, or complete games live or on demand. After all, nobody's more proud to call Fort Wayne home than SummitCitySports.com.
The athletes has always been here, and they're getting better. I'm watching, Summit City Sports, man, they're doing an awesome job. And, that's a plug. Them dudes are doing an outstanding job. And I'm able to be in Nashville and watch games on YouTube that they're broadcasting, and I'm seeing the talent. And it is just truly outstanding. And, you guys have seen the talent that's in the NFL now from Fort Wayne, Indiana, the talent that's coming up now, and the talent that, is just here, man. It's really cool.
Developed for athletes of all sports, PSM's Edge training program is a personalized, high-intensity experience designed to help you outperform the competition. Whether you're looking to enhance your speed, strength, power, agility, or overall fitness, our expert training staff will build a program that adapts to your schedule while maximizing your overall performance. Now accepting athletes 12 years old and up. Get started today. Schedule your free evaluation at psmsports.com/edge.
I started playing football when I was 4 years old in the Cub Football League at Leo. My freshman year of high school, I really started to notice that there was something different about how I played compared to what some other people were playing like. So then I started to develop more. I started to see the results, and then being able to go to Iowa was a big opportunity for me. Being able to train here with PSM has really given me an edge over my competitors. Working on my speed, that's the name of the game nowadays, is who's the fastest guy on the field. Being able to put my body in different positions to allow me to be in the best position during the game. It's so important to not take those days off and just get into a place like PSM where they have flexible hours, and it's good for college athletes to come in and just train.
Anderson Heating and Air, locally owned and operated with over 50 years of experience. Call us today and get a free quote on a brand new furnace and AC, financed and available. Don't wait. Call us today and sign up for a maintenance agreement and stay cool. Our maintenance agreements will ensure that you're first in line if you have an emergency, and we'll send one of our service techs out for cleanings twice a year. Call us at 557-0958 or request an appointment on our website. Call Anderson Heating and Air, where your emergency is our emergency.
Game day, the moment athletes live for, the intensity, the passion, the unforgettable plays. And while you focus on the game, Watermark Sports Photo captures the memories. From the heart-pounding action to the game-winning score, our game day photos make your athlete the star. But we don't stop at game day. With our Sportrait sessions, together we dream up poses and take your athlete's story to the next level. Serving Northeast Indiana and Northwest Ohio, from colleges to high schools and club sports, moments fade, but the memories last forever. Watermark Sports Photo, where every shot is legendary.
At PSM Sports Therapy, recovery is more than getting you back to your sport. It's about building a stronger version of you. Our team of experts uses state-of-the-art technology to build personalized care plans that get you healthy and back in action safely. With no physician order needed, contact us directly to receive top-quality care exactly when you need it. Call 260-266-4007. Visit one of our Fort Wayne locations or go to psmsports.com to learn more.
The future is what you make it, so make it matter. At the University of St. Francis, we'll help you build a purposeful life, one based on your interests, goals, and desire to make the world a better place. Learning is personal here. You'll be known by name, supported by experts, and connected to professional opportunities. Our Catholic values will inspire you to use your education for the greater good by serving and leading others. Remember, the future is what you make it. Build a life of meaning and purpose at St. Francis. You belong here.
Tired of waiting for a doctor's referral to start physical therapy? At Indiana Physical Therapy, you don't need a prescription. You have the power to choose where you go for expert care. Our experienced therapists will help you get back to doing what you love. With over 19 locations, getting the care you need has never been easier. Take the first step towards a healthier, more active lifestyle. Visit IndianaPT.com to schedule your appointment today.
Indiana Physical Therapy, where people go to get better.
Here, every athlete is one of one. Every day is an opportunity to improve, to become faster, stronger, healthier. That's our commitment. With elite training and expert care, we transform athletes by pushing through challenges and sharing every victory. PSN, you've got goals. We help you get there. Learn more at psmsports.com.
Indiana and Purdue are facing off once again on the hardwood. Girls semi-state playoffs will kick off tomorrow night. Indiana boys sectionals are right around the corner. It's Hoosier hysteria at its finest. And here on Friday night, where would you rather be than Mark Davidson Court here at Blackhawk Christian High School? Hello, everybody. Eli Lawrence alongside Cole Whelan for tonight's edition of Indiana High School basketball, and it's a classic. It's the Blackhawk Christian Braves and the Northwood Panthers. And Cole, we were talking before we got on the broadcast. Everything is coming up Indiana here recently, and we're going to see why here as this game tips off tonight.
I know, like you said, Indiana basketball at its finest. Blackhawk and Northwood, both storied programs in the sport of basketball, both winning their most recent state championships back in 2023. You know, both teams, both schools have had legendary players, Caleb First, Nitro Tuggle at Northwood. I'm so excited for this matchup tonight.
It's going to be a really fun one to watch as Northwood comes in having won 7 straight in the NLC. They're tied at the top of the conference. They split the title with the Northridge Raiders. And, I mean, everything's coming up their way right now. They blew past West Noble. They blew past Mishawaka. They blew past Lake Station Edison. And as they keep rolling and we get closer and closer to sectionals, we know how important it is to be playing your best basketball right now.
Exactly, and like with March Madness around the corner for the college basketball teams and the sectionals coming around for the high school teams, this is when you want to be playing your best basketball. Northwood's looking like it right now. Blackhawk, after losing 2 of their last 3, looking to try to get back on the winning train tonight here at home.
And the Braves can do it in a plethora of ways. They can score with the best of them and play defense. They're coming off their most recent game, a win, 68-66 over Heritage Christian, but next week going to be real tough as tomorrow night actually, they're going to be real tough as they take on one of the best teams in the SAC, the Southside Archers. We'll see how that one goes tomorrow night. For Northwood, this winning streak started all the way back on January 23rd, so almost a full calendar month since this team has dropped the game. They picked up an 8-point win over the Goshen Redhawks, who are having a fantastic year in their own right. And then things really got to churning as they beat Warsaw, Concord, and Mishawaka to finish conference play. They beat Dwenger, West Noble, and Lake Station Edison out of conference. And here they are, another chance to knock off a really good basketball team. They're going to have to do it on the road, but Blackhawk, they always have the top players in the area.
And you got to think, Blackhawk Christian, you know them, you've heard of them all throughout the state of Indiana. They're always near the state Final Four national or championship. They're the team that can stop Northwood's 7-game win streak here. I do believe they might do it tonight at home on Mark Davidson Court. Packed house tonight. I'm looking forward to this one.
It's going to be really exciting. Looking at a couple of the big-time scorers for this Blackhawk Christian team, the sophomore does a lot of it. Bryce Lacrosse, 18.9 points per game, and a sharpshooter from all over the floor, whether you're in close to the rim, you're out beyond the line. It doesn't matter. This kid knows how to get up his shot, and he knows how to bury it.
Absolutely, and I was a three-point player when I was out there. I like sitting around the arc and just taking it. This kid averaging 18, he's doing a lot of that.
Yes, and as we keep moving on throughout the list, the senior Carroll transfer Briggs Pardon started the season off with some injury, but has been so important coming back on this team as they've gone throughout the year. He's a 9.3 points per game right now, but that number has only grown as he continues to get healthier and healthier. He's such a fun player to watch, recently committed to go play his basketball at Indiana Tech over the next 4 years. With 4 minutes before we get started, we want to take the time to hear a word from our sponsors. Unfortunately, having some issues with the images pulled up, but no matter, we'll keep it rolling. Big Eyed Fish has been around the Northeast Indiana area for generations. Enjoy the best fish in Fort Wayne in a family-friendly environment at Big Eyed Fish. Tom Steele Tire has been servicing the Fort Wayne area for over 40 years. They will help you find the perfect tire for your vehicle and other auto repair services. At Ottenweller Contracting, we invest in our customers by providing peace of mind during the entire process. From bid to build, visit OttenwellerContracting.com. As Blackhawks getting ready to take the floor, the energy in this gym is unlike any other here in the state of Indiana. And here come the Braves. As we continue on, Summit Volleyball trains and builds the highest quality volleyball players in the area from ages 5 to 18. Jump on board. Together we can reach the summit. Jolie Law Firm is the area's best criminal defense firm, helping defend the accused from the government. Whether you are facing an OWI or any other criminal accusation, Jolie Law Firm is the answer. Sayoka Cleaning and Restoration, providing commercial cleaning services, including janitorial, water damage, and state-of-the-art disinfecting services throughout Northeast Indiana. Online degree programs at the University of St. Francis are built for convenience and flexibility. Most degrees can be completed in just 12 months. Visit online.sf.edu. Specialists in design, build, mechanical, and refrigeration. Visit tjwindustrial.com. The 12,000 Hoosier men and women with Labor's District Council and affiliated local unions that build Indiana. We are LiUNA. Earn your edge this season. Parkview Sports Medicine's Edge Training Program maximizes your athleticism to reach your goals and get you to the next level. Visit parkviewsportsmedicine.com/edge to schedule your free consultation. Today's broadcast is brought to you by SummitCitySports.com. Follow us on X at 260Sports, like our Facebook page, Summit City Sports, and be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel. 90 seconds to go before we bring it on here, Blackhawk and Northwood. We'll take a break, and when we come back, get you to the action. Don't go anywhere. You're watching Indiana High School basketball on Summit City Sports.
Thank you for watching Summit City Sports. To help broaden our coverage, we're asking you to become a monthly sponsor to our Patreon account. We produce weekly highlights and live video broadcasts. When the Homestead girls golf team won its first state title in program history, we were there. When Fort Wayne brought back 3 state titles in cross country, we were there. We believe in sharing positive stories and setting the standard for how high school sports should be covered. Join us and donate today.
Game day, the moment athletes live for, the intensity, the passion, the unforgettable plays. And while you focus on the game, Watermark Sports Photo captures the memories. From the heart-pounding action to the game-winning score, our game day photos make your athlete the star. But we don't stop at game day. With our Sportrait sessions, together we dream up poses and take your athlete's story to the next level. Serving Northeast Indiana and Northwest Ohio, from colleges to high schools and club sports, Moments fade, but the memories last forever. Watermark Sports Photo, where every shot is legendary.
Welcome back to Summit City Sports. The Blackhawk Christian Braves and the Northwood Panthers here from Mark Davidson Court inside Blackhawk Christian High School in Fort Wayne, Indiana. They're all ready to go down on the floor, so we'll send it over to the PA for the national anthem and the starting lineups.
For good sportsmanship, and remind everyone that high school athletics is an educational event. Coaches, athletes, and fans are encouraged to cheer in a positive manner for their team, show respect for their opponents, and honor the decisions made by the officials. Please help us keep sportsmanship as a top priority in this contest. Hello, good evening, everyone. On behalf of Principal Mark Harmon and Athletic Director Joel Cotton, we welcome you to Mark Davidson Court for tonight's boys varsity basketball game between our visitors, the Northwood Panthers, and your Blackhawk Christian Braves. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, if you would please rise, we are led in a word of prayer by BCS High School Athletic Director, Mr. Joel Cotton, followed by the playing of our national anthem.
Please pray with us. God, we're grateful for this opportunity. Thank you for bringing both schools here. We pray for Northwood and Blackhawk Christian tonight, and the players on the court, that they would give their best efforts, that no one would be injured on either team, and ultimately may our attitudes and actions as players, coaches, fans here tonight, may they bring you glory. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. And now for tonight's starting lineups, first been visiting the Northwood Panthers. Starting off a 6-foot senior guard at number 2, Colin Dietzman. A 6'4" senior forward, number 3, Brogan Farrell.
So right now the Panthers hitting the floor.
A 5'11" senior guard at number 5.
Their starting group for the night starts with a senior 6-foot guard, number 2, Colin Dietzman. Followed up with a senior forward at 6'4", number 3, Brogan Farrell. Then standing at 5'11", a senior guard, number 5, Caleb Vincent. Moving on down to 6'7" forward, senior number 31, Mason Pearson. And then number 32, another 6'3" senior forward, Davis Everingham. And now let the Braves be the ones to take the floor. It starts with the 6'2" senior. That's Briggs Pardon, the Indiana Tech commit. Follow it up, sophomore, 5'8" guard, Riker Knox. Moving on down, another sophomore, shooting guard at 6'3", Bryce Lacrosse. Keep it moving. The 6'4" small forward, number 20, Jaden O'Neal. And rounding out the starting 5, number 32, a 6'4" sophomore at forward, Drake Sefton. Those are the lineups both sides are going with. And both sides ready to roll. As we should have a fun one in store tonight. 7:48 here at tip-off. Sefton and Pearson will jump. In 49 states, it's just basketball, but this is Indiana. We're off and running here from the home of the Braves, and the Panthers going to control the basketball first. is right away moving it around the perimeter. Blackhawk coming out in a man-to-man. Top Vincent. Throw it off Farrell, and they keep it rotating. Dietzman looking to give it up, and does. Well beyond the perimeter right now. Now they work it inside. From the near lane. Kick out, 3-ball. Vincent, no good. In the middle, some bodies collide. And now Blackhawk pushing up ahead. In the corner, Sefton thought about a 3. Now he'll drive, gets in, and dumps it home.
Good strong take there by Sefton. Going up into 2 Northwood Panthers, still able to hammer home.
Gets the Braves on the board early. And now the Panthers throw it away. Riker Knox grabs the turnover. On the other side, give it to Bryce Lacrosse. Last time I was out here, he had 35 points against the Wayne Generals. This kid, a special talent, can do anything on any given night. Kick it out up top. Knox tries a 3. Can't get the roll. Hung around there for a little while. Knox a certainly standout shooter in his own right. Panthers try to go inside for Pearson. Ball was tipped, but they still got it. Just about 2 minutes expired here in this first quarter. 2-0 our score. Favor the home squad. Pearson now trying to dump it inside. He can't, so he fires to the middle. Got to kick it up again. Here's Vincent. They go in for Everingham, and now Pearson gets Lacrosse to jump and then lays it in off the glass. He's going to be tough to stop. Big size advantage over all of the Braves.
And give credit to the Braves defense there. They were not letting anything easy go up as a 3 is knocked down in the corner.
Jaden O'Neal getting his night started. Blackhawk right back out in front. Here's Vincent trying to match. His is no good. Rebound control by Sefton. Correction on the shot. That was Colin Dietzman. Here's Bryce Lacrosse. Down the lane inside. A nice bucket. Reverse lay.
Beautiful move there. Just driving on the baseline. Gotta love those reverse layups.
Northwood throws it into the middle and now has to kick out. Vincent. One more Dietzman. Blackhawk not giving anything easy right now as Knox went after the pass and nearly slammed into the door. One of the things you're going to deal with in such a tight gymnasium. This place can certainly get rowdy. Now into the game comes number 10, Colin Edwards. On top of that, number 21, Isaac Bell. No subs made for the Braves. Handoff here is Bell. They keep working it around. And that was Edwards. Vincent kicks out. 3-ball. Dietzman, no. Rebound is tipped out. Control will go to the Braves.
The Northwood faithful here not loving the call as there was 2 Braves hands who went up for the ball. Regardless, it's Blackhawk ball.
Everybody was in after it. Lacrosse with it here on the wing. Spinning. Stood up and kicks out. Request for it right back. Takes a swipe from Dietzman. Fades away. Not quite. Northwood trying to push. Edwards gave it up Dietzman. Keep moving it around. He's got it on the near wing. Northwood moving the ball effectively, but Blackhawk doing a good job of rotating right now. Everybody out on the perimeter, except they try to get one man in the paint. Knox went fishing, couldn't quite come up with it, but certainly got a bite. Slip pass inside. Bell has to kick out. Here's Dietzman trying to work on O'Neal. Met a double team, and then the first foul of the game going to be committed. It's going against Mason Pearson.
This Blackhawk defense not letting anything in the paint. Very difficult to do, and it's going to be very difficult for Northwood if Blackhawk is able to keep up this pace all game long.
At times, scoring been hard to come by for the Panthers, as seems to be the trend in the NLC, as they played a couple of games where the final score is 32-31. So familiar to be in low-scoring games, but Blackhawk certainly wants to get out and run. Here's the three ball. That goes O'Neal again.
It is going to be scary for Northwood if the threes keep falling for the Braves. They got to get inside just like they do here.
A nice bucket in the lane for Pearson. He's going to have to keep doing that all night. He's got all 4 of the Northwood points thus far. Directing a little bit of traffic on defense. Here's Sefton. Nice closeout there from Isaac Bell. Sefton trying to drive on the baseline. Gets to the middle, and his pass to the corner was tipped out of bounds. First quarter score update from Concordia. The Generals lead it 13-10 after one frame. Wayne looking to keep their bid at a conference title alive, although with the loss to Southside last week, certainly going to be tough. Inside, Bryce Lacrosse. He grabs 2 more.
That's a little heads-up play there from Hardin, able to get it in the lane. It's a little turnaround jump shot from 5 feet.
Bell gives it out up top. And this is the sputtering Northwood offense that can show from time to time. Pearson trying to go to the middle. He can, but doesn't get low. Dietzman trying to drive. He was stood up. 2 minutes to play in the first quarter. 8-point lead in favor of Blackhawk Christian. Shimmy, shake, and in. Put it up. Floater in and out. Took a couple of bounces around the rim. No good, Colin Edwards. On the other side, O'Neal. No, had it blocked. Pearson got in there. Handoff up top, Dietzman. Swings it to Edwards. Now another handoff. Dietzman gets to the lane. Sefton blocked it. It went right back into the arms of Colin Dietzman, and he'll collect the second chance bucket.
You got to think early on, Blackhawk with a stifling defense when they're able to get set. Northwood's got to make some runs and really get their transition offense going.
Nice.
Hardin in the lane, spinning and scoring. Beautiful move.
Great spin move inside from Briggs Pardon. 1 minute to go first quarter. 8-point lead. And Blackhawk spreading it out. 4 starters got a bucket so far. And I can't imagine it's going to be too long before Riker Knox collects one as well. Panthers can hold for the last shot if they want. No shot clock here in Indiana.
The way that I'm seeing it, Northwood's got some 3-ball looks, just not taking them, as Blackhawk is really good on getting out on their man real quickly.
15 seconds now remain on the clock. Northwood going to have to put it up at some point. Edwards gives it up top. Everingham, they go in for Pearson. Tipped out and out of bounds. They just can't solve the puzzle. That is the Blackhawk Christian defense. And now Kyler Wood going to be the first sub into the game as Briggs Pardon was walking a wee bit gingerly. .9 on the clock for the Braves, so plenty of time to get something up. Sefton's going to run the point. Quickly across the floor, pulls up, 3-ball. No! Missed it long, but a good first quarter for the Braves regardless. They lead it by a score of 14-6 after one frame of play. We'll take a break, and when we come back, second quarter action here from Mark Davidson Court on Summit City Sports.
Anderson Heating and Air, locally owned and operated with over 50 years of experience. Call us today and get a free quote on a brand new furnace and AC, financed and available. Don't wait. Call us today and sign up for a maintenance agreement and stay cool. Our maintenance agreements will ensure that you're first in line if you have an emergency, and we'll send one of our service techs out for cleanings twice a year. Call us at 557-0958 or request an appointment on our website. Call Anderson Heating and Air, where your emergency is our emergency.
Tired of waiting for a doctor's referral to start physical therapy? At Indiana Physical Therapy, you don't need a prescription. You have the power to choose where you go for expert care. Our experienced therapists will help you get back to doing what you love. With over 19 locations, getting the care you need has never been easier. Take the first step towards a healthier, more active lifestyle. Visit IndianaPT.com to schedule your appointment today.
Indiana Physical Therapy, where people go to get better.
Welcome back to Summit City Sports. Second quarter basketball about to get underway between the Braves and Panthers. Bryce Lacrosse, contested three ball. It doesn't matter as the sophomore sinks it.
Again, like we said earlier, that is going to be scary for Northwood if they cannot stop that three ball. They got to get some offense going here, though. They have been stagnant in this first quarter.
Inside to Pearson. He just couldn't corral it as Lacrosse and Sefton hounding him on defense. This Blackhawk team really makes it hard on you inside. It doesn't matter who's on the roster. We know what they've had when guys like Caleb First and Kellen Pickett were down low manning the middle, but even still, they're always going to be loaded. Here's Dietzman as Lacrosse took a spill. Outside Sefton, one more Wood. Three ball, yes!
This Braves team living off the three-pointer as of lately. Northwood has got to find an end to it.
Here's their chance at an answer, no, and then Pearson picks up a foul on the ensuing rebound. Now 20-6. It's the second on Pearson. Full court pressure now being applied. Blackhawk really no issue. Over to Lacrosse. Fires to the corner. Knox. So you just keep working it around. Sefton now going to step inside. Kick out. Wing three. On the way. No.
That little inside-out game for Blackhawk is deadly as they are really pushing it inside, aren't going to take those easy lays. Kicking it out for a guy who's wide open for three is dangerous game to play.
Here's the three ball on the way. No good from Everingham. Offensive board and then a bump inside going to be called against Kyler Wood. Vincent going to inbound, does, and there's a nice set to free up Brogan Farrell. Panthers going to need more of that as we keep moving on. Knox sitting up top, 3-2 zone now from the Panthers. See if they can try and limit this Blackhawk shooting attack. Into the corner, Lacrosse, catch and fire, no. Offensive board, and Riker Knox collects his first points of the game.
Man, the man defense, the zone, nothing is working for Northwood early on as another turnover. Blackhawk is getting everything to go their way early on as Briggs Barton comes back into the game. That is not what you want to see if you're a Northwood Panther.
Everything coming up blue and gold as the Panthers desperately looking for an answer. The Braves have come out hot. Harden will give it off to Sefton and get it right back. Now he'll drive, attacking, throws to the corner. Lacrosse, pull up, free throw line extended, and knocks it down. Lead now up to 16.
This Bryce Lacrosse kid is fun to watch. He's able to score from anywhere on the floor.
Getting inside, Dietzman has to kick out. Three ball on the way from Vincent. is good.
That is a little more of what Northwood needs the rest of the way in this game if they want to get back into this one.
Here's Sefton. Feeds middle. Lacrosse stepping back out. 3 ball. Sefton going to try it. No. Rebound to Pearson. Then O'Neal going to pick up a foul. His hand just kind of hung on the forward. They fire inside for Pearson. It's just not working. Loose ball. I think we're going to get a foul. And yes, it's Pearson's third. So dangerous territory for the talented senior. They'll have to take a seat. These two teams reside in the same class, so they could end up facing off in the postseason. Pardon, in no hurry as we're under 4 to go in the first half. Sefton driving, baseline, high off the glass, it's no good. Loose ball opportunity going the other way. Here come the Panthers. Sefton was a little bit slow to get back. Down low, they find it, and there's 2 points for Farrell.
Again, Northwood doing a good job on the last few possessions here to finally get some inside looks, doing some nice lays, chipping back away. They're finally getting back in this one. As Blackhawk, what I've noticed here is they play so slow around the perimeter, and then they turn it up real quickly as a drive right here, and then we're back inside.
Jump ball called down low. Possession arrow favors the Panthers. Been a relatively quick first half, as we've got just 3:18 to go here in the second quarter. 24-13 lead favor the Braves. However, Panthers on a 5-0 run. Stepping to the middle, it was poked, and a travel called against the senior Isaac Bell. Up ahead, Sefton feeds corner. Sefton again kicks out. One more up top. And maybe the Panthers starting to rotate a little bit better on defense. Now it's O'Neal. Catch and fire off. Offensive board and off the glass. Too strong. Lacrosse, no worries, puts it back himself.
The offensive rebounds for Blackhawk have been huge already in the early goings of this one. Northwood finally settling into their 3-2 a little bit better. But again, Blackhawk just killing them on the glass so far.
Northwood going to choose to use a timeout. They want to get Everingham into the basketball game. As walking gingerly off the court is Brogan Farrell. So Farrell has had a pretty good first half for the Panthers. Hopefully he's okay. See if his guys can keep chipping away at this lead. Up top, Edwards. Now he'll drive. Lacrosse on defense. And now he's got to get rid of it. Does, into the corner. And they just keep rotating the basketball. Kick out. A little bit of a push. Bell fires to the middle. Everingham has to give it up. And again, Northwood just Can't seem to find a clean look. 90 seconds to go in the first half.
Blackhawk, the last few possessions looked a little slower on defense. They've really stepped it up since then.
Contested
Again,
floater,
look.
no good. Second opportunity, throw it up top. 3 ball, no. Inside the rebound, out of bounds off the Panthers. Blackhawks standing tall for nearly a minute time. They lead it 26-13. Pardon fires it into the corner. O'Neal will rotate it back up top. Far corner, catch and shoot. No, Lacrosse missed it short. You don't see that very often. Dump it inside. Here's Edwards going up with O'Neal, and one.
Strong take there as Edwards gets it to fall. Blackhawk not allowing any easy buckets on the end, on their end.
So maybe a little bit of momentum on the side of the Panthers. Here with 32.4 to go before the break. Free throw is no good, but an offensive board for Isaac Bell. Fire it up top. Chance to get more if you're Northwood, and they can hold for the last shot if they want it. $12 now on the clock. Evergay gives it up near for Vincent. Off a screen, they fire up top. Edwards, free throw. Yes! Right before the buzzer. They clip the lead to 9. A 4-point possession from Colin Edwards.
That is the play you want to end the half with. If you're Northwood, you got momentum now going into the locker room, really stepping it up on offense the last few minutes of this first half.
26-17, that's where we stand at half. We'll step aside and get you ready for the second half of basketball when we come back on Summit City Sports.
Welcome to the Summit City, home to the 260s dedicated high school athletes and fans. Each victory and celebration captured by our camera. Treasure the highlights from the Summit Athletic Conference this season, or complete games live or on demand. After all, nobody's more proud to call Fort Wayne home than SummitCitySports.com.
The athletes has always been here, and they're getting better. I'm watching, Summit City Sports, man, they're doing an awesome job. And, that's a plug. Them dudes are doing an outstanding job. And I'm able to be in Nashville and watch games on YouTube that they're broadcasting, and I'm seeing the talent. And it is just truly outstanding. And, you guys have seen the talent that's in the NFL now from Fort Wayne, Indiana, the talent that's coming up now, and the talent that, is just here, man. It's really cool.
Developed for athletes of all sports, PSM's Edge training program is a personalized, high-intensity experience designed to help you outperform the competition. Whether you're looking to enhance your speed, strength, power, agility, or overall fitness, our expert training staff will build a program that adapts to your schedule while maximizing your overall performance. Now accepting athletes 12 years old and up. Get started today. Schedule your free evaluation at psmsports.com/edge.
I started playing football when I was 4 years old in the Cub Football League at Leo. My freshman year of high school, I really started to notice that there was something different about how I played compared to what some other people were playing like. So then I started to develop more. I started to see the results, and then being able to go to Iowa was a big opportunity for me. Being able to train here at PSM has really given me an edge over my competitors. Working on my speed, and that's the name of the game nowadays, is who's the fastest guy on the field. Being able to put my body in different positions to allow me to be in the best position during the game is so important to not take those days off and just get into a place like PSM where they have flexible hours, and it's good for college athletes to come in and just train.
Anderson Heating and Air, locally owned and operated with over 50 years of experience. Call us today and get a free quote on a brand new furnace and AC, financed and available. Don't wait. Call us today and sign up for a maintenance agreement and stay cool. Our maintenance agreements will ensure that you're first in line if you have an emergency, and we'll send one of our service techs out for cleanings twice a year. Call us at 557-0958 or request an appointment on our website. Call Anderson Heating and Air, where your emergency is our emergency.
Game day, the moment athletes live for, the intensity, the passion, the unforgettable plays, and while you focus on the game, Watermark Sports Photo captures the memories. From the heart-pounding action to the game-winning score, our game day photos make your athlete the star. But we don't stop at game day. With our Sportrait sessions together, we dream up poses and take your athlete's story to the next level. Serving Northeast Indiana and Northwest Ohio, from colleges to high schools and club sports, moments fade, but the memories last forever. Watermark Sports Photo, where every shot is legendary.
At PSM Sports Therapy, recovery is more than getting you back to your sport. It's about building a stronger version of you. Our team of experts uses state-of-the-art technology to build personalized care plans that get you healthy and back in action safely. With no physician order needed, contact us directly to receive top-quality care exactly when you need it. Call 260-266-4007. Visit one of our Fort Wayne locations or go to psmsports.com to learn more.
The future is what you make it, so make it matter. At the University of St. Francis, we'll help you build a purposeful life, one based on your interests, goals, and desire to make the world a better place. Learning is personal here. You'll be known by name, supported by experts, and connected to professional opportunities. Our Catholic values will inspire you to use your education for the greater good by serving and leading others. Remember, the future is what you make it. Build a life of meaning and purpose at St. Francis. You belong here.
Tired of waiting for a doctor's referral to start physical therapy? At Indiana Physical Therapy, you don't need a prescription. You have the power to choose where you go for expert care. Our experienced therapists will help you get back to doing what you love. With over 19 locations, getting the care you need has never been easier. Take the first step towards a healthier, more active lifestyle. Visit IndianaPT.com to schedule your appointment today.
Indiana Physical Therapy, where people go to get better.
Here, every athlete is one of one. Every day is an opportunity to improve, to become faster, stronger, healthier. That's our commitment. With elite training and expert care, we transform athletes by pushing through challenges and sharing every victory. PSN, you've got goals. We help you get there. Learn more at psmsports.com.
I got a hold of everything and I come to stay. And now the whole world don't know my name. And I used to have nothing, but now I got a whole lot of everything. That's why I come to stay. When I'm gone, the whole world don't know my name. 12 years old, caught up in that street life. I was trying to sound harder than the street light.
Welcome back to Summit City Sports. The Blackhawk Christian Braves lead the Northwood Panthers 26-17 at the halftime break. And Cole, you and I were talking over that little intermission period, and it's been a really fast-paced basketball game. Not a lot of stoppages, and both teams just kind of feeling each other out still.
I know, and it feels like they've been doing that ever since the opening tip. Is we're trying to figure out how are we going to play against each other. These teams, Blackhawk not being in a conference there, haven't seen each other a whole lot. So, but Blackhawk, when they have the basketball, able to work it around slowly, but then they're just like go, 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 and they're hitting their threes, especially Bryce Lacrosse, looking unbelievable. So far, still, he's got 11, keeping them with that 9-point lead. Yeah, Northwood was finally able to get into some rhythm towards the end of the half, and they were actually able to get some offense generated.
Yeah, Bryce Lacrosse always going to shoot it no matter what the coverage looks like, and more times than not, he's expected to make it. 11 points, that leads all scorers in this one, and then Northwood on the other side starting to get things going late in the half. The defense tightened up as well, as it looked like for a minute there we were going to see Blackhawk kind of run away with this one. They led 22-8, but since then, a 9-4 run. Hard to call it a run, but the most successful period of the basketball game for the Panthers.
Absolutely, and the Panthers, if they want to really keep Blackhawk in that low-scoring games that they're used to playing, they've really got to step out on defense. They got to step out on Bryce Lacrosse and those three-pointers that Blackhawk has been shooting all night long. They've been doing a better job of getting in the paint. They're getting some good looks. They got to continue to do that if they want to chip back into this lead.
Got a Glenn Marini sighting in the house. He's made his way out to Mark Davidson Court for the Braves and Panthers. We'll see what the second half has in store. But as we said, it was a slow-paced game offensively. I know we said quick. It's been slow-paced really on offense, but we haven't really had any stoppage time. Both teams really just flowing. And that right now going to favor the Braves as they can play with the lead. They've done a good job of just being patient, waiting for the right shots. We'll see where it gets them coming up after the break. Second half coming up after this message.
Game day, the moment athletes live for, the intensity, the passion, the unforgettable plays. And while you focus on the game, Watermark Sports Photo captures the memories. From the heart-pounding action to the game-winning score, our game day photos make your athlete the star. But we don't stop at game day. With our Sportrait sessions, together we dream up poses and take your athlete's story to the next level. Serving Northeast Indiana and Northwest Ohio, from colleges to high schools and club sports, moments fade, but the memories last forever. Watermark Sports Photo, where every shot is legendary.
Third quarter about to get underway between Blackhawk and Northwood. We're through two. Got two more left. Braves going to start with the basketball first and start with a 9-point lead. That lead's been as many as 18. How will Coach Wolf's squad respond here in the second half against this tough Blackhawk Christian team? We'll find out right now. As Knox with the basketball. See Northwood come out in a 3-2. That's what has seen success against the Braves so far this, I want to say afternoon, but it's really not that. One note for the Panthers right now is there's a tip pass. As Mason Pearson is on the floor, number 31, there in the middle. Sefton fires, one more up top, Lacrosse. Pearson is playing with 3 fouls, so going to have to be smart. But a big presence inside when he's been on the floors. There's a takeaway, and defense, the name of the game in this one.
Blackhawks' ball movement was fantastic there, and then Northwood finally put on the double team and was able to get a takeaway down low. Look at this. They're finally able to get into the lane.
Here's Pearson going up, just couldn't get it down. Jaden O'Neal grabbed the board. Weaving through the middle, inside the lane, high off the glass, no. Rebound comes out to Mason Pearson. Momentary numbers for the Panthers. Catch and shoot 3. Vincent knocks it down.
I was saying earlier in the first half, I'm thinking transition points have got to be huge for the Panthers. They were able to show it right there.
Every bucket could be crucial. 26-20 now. As they threw it away, Pearson had it fall right into his lap. On the other side to the corner. Again. Good! Colin Dietzman. They've cut the lead to 3.
Listen to the Northwood faithful as Blackhawk take the time out. Northwood coming out of that halftime with some ferocity as they are able to cut the lead to 3 with 6 minutes left to go here in the third.
Panthers feeling it right now. We'll step aside and be back after this short break.
Game day, the moment athletes live for, the intensity, the passion, the unforgettable plays, and while you focus on the game, Watermark Sports Photo captures the memories. From the heart-pounding action to the game-winning score, our game day photos make your athlete the star. But we don't stop at game day. With our Sportrait sessions, together we dream up poses and take your athlete's story to the next level. Serving Northeast Indiana and Northwest Ohio, from colleges to high schools and club sports, moments fade, but the memories last forever. Watermark Sports Photo, where every shot is legendary.
Welcome back to Summit City Sports. 6:04 to play here in the third quarter, and the Northwood Panthers have trimmed an 18-point deficit. It now sits at just 3. So still work left to be done, but got a lot of it behind them right now. And this 3-2 zone is a big reason why. As there's a foul picked up, it's the first against Colin Dietzman. Northwood's 3-2 has kind of stifled this Braves offense that looked like it was going to take over this game. Again, they led 22-8. His inside Sefton kicks. Corner 3. Bryce Lacrosse right on time. Right when they needed a jolt.
Bryce Lacrosse has got to be the one that Northwood has circled when they were back in the locker room. They've got to put a stop to him.
And that would certainly help as Lacrosse picked up a foul. The more that Northwood can go inside to Mason Pearson, the more success they're going to be able to have, as nobody for Blackhawk really stacks up size-wise. And we're really used to Blackhawk having a Caleb First or a Kellen Pickett. Pearson thought about a 3 to kind of man that middle and shut down the paint. Braves have done a good job of it so far as Pearson now drives. Kick out. Dietzman gets inside. Had it blocked from behind. Second chance, no. Third time's the charm.
Being patient with the basketball was in Northwood's favor there. They looked a lot better on that offensive possession than in the first half.
Corner 3 on the way. O'Neal had it blocked. Dietzman got in the way.
Look at the Panthers coming to life here, only down by a few, and the Panther faithful here has finally brought some life to this gym.
Hour and a half just about the drive as inside Isaac Bell, short off the glass. Panthers came a long way for this one, getting inside. It's on the floor. Sefton able to get it away, and Pardon lays it in. Good concentration from the Braves inside. They don't panic. They pick up the easy 2.
That is what they've been able to do all game, is not panic. As we saw it on a few possessions, as Northwood was able to get a run going. But now after the timeout, they've settled back in. They look like their offense is finally settled again, playing again their basketball.
And the longer and longer this stays a low-scoring affair, you got to feel like the more the advantage going to tip in the way of the Panthers. They played in a lot of low-scoring games this season. They play excellent defense and make every basket hard to come by. Here's Pearson stepping to the lane, working with Lacrosse. Nothing. And then Lacrosse had the hand on the body and is going to pick up a foul. He had the ball with the block up high, but the arm just kind of fell down in the midsection of Pearson, who hits his first free throw. Colin Edwards now onto the floor. And a 2-for-2 trip for Pearson. Got the chance to see him play in the Parkview Sports Medicine Back to School League. He can certainly make a big impact when necessary. That's why it's going to be so important that he's on the floor here in the second half. Here's the corner, Lacrosse fired up top. O'Neal catch and shoot. No. And now those shots, the percentage starting to even out. On the other side, here's Colin Dietzman. They want to go in. It's tipped out of bounds by O'Neal. Again, Lacrosse having a little bit of trouble manning Pearson by himself. We'll keep an eye on that throughout the night. Ball thrown up top and rotated around. Pearson. Bell now trying to go to work. Puts it up on O'Neal and gets it to fall. We've got a 2-point ball game.
This is what I was expecting to see tonight from both of these schools. Really good basketball being played from Northwood finally in the second half after a slow start in that first half.
And the defense doing big things as well as Blackhawk struggling now with the basketball. It's all over the floor. Now they settle. Sefton up top fires to Riker Knox. Lacrosse from the outside. Northwood fans trying to get involved. As there's another takeaway. Panthers get inside, off the glass, and we're tied at 31. Caleb Vincent, 8 points now in the contest. In the middle, Lacrosse, free throw jumper, falls. Braves step back in front. Now we got ourselves a ball game. Here's Vincent. Throws it up high and throws it away. Feed it up ahead. Here's Briggs Pardon with a bump. No! And then the second opportunity squandered as well as Sefton was trying to throw it down on the back of Isaac Bell. Both guys kind of fortunate they didn't pick up a foul as there's a bump inside on the shot. Vincent gives it up top. Northwood looking to take their first lead of the game. They can tie it right now or take the lead with a tray. Flip it outside. Here it is. Nylon! For the first time in the contest, we're under a minute to go in the third. And Colin Dietzman has put his boys in front. The response is short. 40 seconds to go in the third. 34-33. Blackhawk just looking to get out of this period. On the outside, Colin Edwards. Lacrosse now going to step out to greet him. "15 seconds now on the clock. Here's Dietzman. Give it up, Bell. Rotate it around, it's Vincent. Inside for Pearson. Pearson fires up top. 3-ball. No! O'Neal the board, and then a foul picked up with 0.5 seconds to go. And a costly one for Mason Pearson. It's his fourth.
Unbelievable. And Eli, I know I've been quiet kind of the past few minutes here. I've been just enjoying this ball game that we've been watching here as Northwood was able to storm back in the lead. Now that foul is going to be costly, though.
Pearson going to have to sit out, of course, this final half second. As Pardon puts it up, it's good if it goes. It was just off. But Northwood down but never out. They've battled back and lead it by one as we enter the fourth. Don't go anywhere. We'll put them up when we come back.
Here, Every athlete is one of one. Every day is an opportunity to improve, to become faster, stronger, healthier. That's our commitment. With elite training and expert care, we transform athletes by pushing through challenges and sharing every victory. PSM, you've got goals. We help you get there. Learn more at psmsports.com.
So I tell the truth all the time, ain't got no sympathy for no. I admit that I'm rich and I'm lit. Jumping up on stages, I get 200 occasions, but I ain't really the game on we make. Shut they trap down. They see how I made it, I'm the reason they won't rap now. See me out in traffic, make a hater pull his head down. Biggie's OG salute me, a stylist can't even style me. The robbers probably wanna get me on mopping out Lamborghinis. The youngest turn in my city, they try me, I get it cracked. Some of this still would happen if I never started rapping. My people don't stay.
Ladies and gentlemen, time to put the fours up. One more quarter to play between Blackhawk Christian and Northwood. The Panthers trail by as many as 16 points, but have cut it all the way, 34-33. They were getting outscored 22-8 early on, but now lead it. As inside, was it tipped? Yes, or no, rather, as it's over and back. Both defenses have been hounding the opposition and making points impossible to come by. 33-34. A real low-scoring affair between these two, and Northwood's been able to win a couple of those thus far this year. Inside, Drake Sefton had a little bit of a bump as well. On the backside, he poked the rebound free but couldn't corral it. And ever since the midway point of the second quarter, it's really felt like Northwood's been taking control of this game.
Absolutely, and they have been playing their ball game. They have imposed their will on Blackhawk. There's a steal there.
Tip it right back as the Braves throw it into harm's way. Uncharacteristic mistakes we're starting to see.
And to your point with Northwood being able to win these close games, is that going to be a struggle for Blackhawk here down the stretch?
As a foul called against the Panthers, a charge going to go against Isaac Bell. Bell playing major minutes right now because Mason Pearson is on the bench, playing with 4 fouls. Coach Aaron Wolf having a conversation with the official. Northwood fans voicing their displeasure. But a physical basketball game on both sides. And it's certainly tough. There's so many things that you could call, but you don't really want them to, as that one's thrown away. And here he comes, Mason Pearson back into the ball game, playing with 4 fouls. He has to be careful. He's got none to give. But a major presence inside as we're about to get to winning time.
Blackhawk, what they were able to do so well in that first half was move the ball and move it slowly around the perimeter. Now it feels like they're in a little bit of a panic mode, going a little too fast, and those turnovers starting to build up here. Northwood able to get some buckets off of these turnovers.
Done a good job in transition when they need to, but really, Northwood's been playing the slow game all night long, and that's what they're comfortable doing. They don't want to have to put up 60. Here's a 3-ball. No, just missed it short. Going out of bounds to save it. They do. Bell now with the basketball down low. Throw it up top and throw it away.
And such good effort there to get the ball back in bounds. Again, these teams, in this close contest, the nerves can run a little higher here. Start being loose with the basketball. The best team is going to come away here with less turnovers.
Yeah, we talked. These two teams could find themselves facing off in the playoffs. Blackhawk won too many state championships. They're at 3A now as there's a foul called in the middle. Second team foul against Northwood. That'll be important to keep an eye on. Both sides really been out of foul trouble, minus Pearson playing with the 4. Everybody else been able to stay clean. And we haven't really seen fouls send people to the free throw line unless you're in the act of shooting. Is down low. O'Neal just lost it. And Northwood has made that a theme. Blackhawk struggling to take care of the basketball. And now a timeout going to be taken by the Panthers. As it's just a 30-second timeout. We'll keep it right here. And as Northwood just continues to battle defensively, look, points, they don't really need them right now as they're taking them when it's there, but playing stout defense.
Eli, correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't believe a point has been scored in this fourth quarter as we're 2.5 minutes into it, 3.5 minutes into it. Like,
that would be correct.
What are we doing here? Like, Northwood, though, we've said this time and time again that they are good at playing slowly, and they are fine with having points come at, it's been more difficult to score for Blackhawk, and Blackhawk is used to putting up 60-point games. Northwood has been good at winning those early, those low-scoring 30-ball games.
Blackhawk had 14 points at the end of the first quarter, 26 at the end of the second. In the whole second half, as we said, no score yet here in the fourth, but 7 in the third, and now they trail. Northwood have been able to chip away the whole time. This is the type of basketball we've seen in the NLC this year. Unless you're Northridge. Northridge will score it well with the best of them as well. The Shoals, the entire family has that school moving lately. As inside, fantastic dribbling from Edwards. Impressive just to keep it alive. We're through 3 minutes here in the fourth quarter. No score. It's still 34-33 favor Northwood. Edwards gives it out up top. Vincent drives baseline with a right hand. No. Second chance. In and out. And then out of bounds off the Panthers.
Northwood fans are not happy about that call. From my angle, I'm looking through a camera right here, but I'm seeing it was out on Blackhawk, but I'm no one to make the call here. I'm not getting paid the big bucks.
Certainly easier to see it down from the baseline when we're all the way up here in the booth, as that pass was tipped, or what we call a booth here. Bryce Lacrosse. You got to think he's going to have to be the one to kind of find it. He feeds Middlebriggs pardon. He can do it as well. But again, in the first half, deep three. Oh, yes! Bryce Lacrosse!
On cue, as you were saying, Lacrosse steps up and takes the lead for the Braves.
A timeout has been called. 30-second timeout taken by Blackhawk. And we're going to take another look at that one. Wow. Hit the Anderson heating and air conditioning replay. I mean, my goodness, only a sophomore stepping up. Nothing too deep for Bryce Lacrosse. Powers his team back in front. And we talked a lot about Northwood's defense here in the second half, but Blackhawk's been there every step of the way this whole game as well. I mean, 34 points given up through 3.5 quarters of play.
Yeah, credit to both teams' defenses as they are both stifling points coming ever so often. And Lacrosse, as you were saying, got to step up and then on cue hits a volleyball line three. That is the first points of this fourth quarter.
A big-time player playing his best in winning time. As now the Panthers going to have to look for a response, and Lacrosse daring Pearson to pull it up.
Pearson again playing with that 4th foul. I see some contact down low already from Lacrosse and Pierce going at it.
And it's been like that all night long. Both of them battling back and forth. Northwood fans wanted a foul, but, I mean, both guys so physical inside. Pearson from the outside. Now he tries to dump it, but Lacrosse playing plenty of feet off of him will just make the kick save and they'll reset. Baseline out of bounds. Dump it into Pearson. And they fired it up top. Here's Edwards. Now to the corner. 3-ball. Yes! Northwood back in front. Dietzman delivers.
This is the kind of basketball you want to see in Indiana on a Friday night. Back and forth battle we go. Can't wait for the last 2.5 minutes of this one.
In the middle to the corner. Sefton. Now he'll step to the lane. Kick out Jaden O'Neal. Lacrosse again. Don't let that man pull. Into the corner, Kyler Wood. He's just as dangerous. No. O'Neal the board. Feed it inside. It's bouncing off of everything. Controlled by Pearson. Up ahead. 2 minutes to play. 37-36. Edwards inside. And Northwood fans wanted a foul. They probably got a case. Pardon weaving through traffic. He settles it down for the Braves. Sefton driving. Throw it up top and into the hands of Vincent. Then the foul called. First foul of the quarter against Blackhawk. Third foul on Bryce Lacrosse. He's got 19 points. Next closest is Dietzman with 13. .146 left on the clock, and possessions have been really hard to come by. You got to wonder how many times either side's going to be able to touch the basketball as we keep going. Pearson trying to go to work on Lacrosse. Can't. 90 seconds.
You got to think Northwood's goal here is just to play keep away for the last 90 seconds as they've got the lead. They don't want to give Blackhawk any more looks. They don't want to get Pearson another foul. They're doing a good job of it so far.
Here's Vincent in the lane. Goes up, fades away, and a foul called. Pardon doesn't like it. They were certainly down in tight. And look, this really worked. Quite honestly, it works out for Blackhawks' benefit. With 1:10 on the clock, Northwood had no interest in getting to the hoop until that play right there. Northwood not shot a lot of free throws, but up to the task when they have. 38-36. Blackhawks saw their lead at 24-8. From that point, they've been outscored 30-12. And make it 31. They now trail by 3. Largest deficit of the night for the Braves. And let's be honest, Bryce Lacrosse is getting the basketball, pulls, delivers! Bryce Lacrosse, like clockwork.
Are you kidding me? The lead was the largest it's been for Northwood. And Lacrosse says no. He puts an end to it real quickly. 40 seconds left.
Crowd getting into it. Vincent gives it up to Pearson. 25 now on the clock. And now a timeout being called by the Panthers as the crowd rises to its feet. Full break coming up. We'll take it with them back in 40 seconds on Summit City Sports.
Game day. The moment athletes live for, the intensity, the passion, the unforgettable plays. And while you focus on the game, Watermark Sports Photo captures the memories. From the heart-pounding action to the game-winning score, our game day photos make your athlete the star. But we don't stop at game day. With our Sportrait sessions, together we dream up poses and take your athlete's story to the next level. Serving Northeast Indiana and Northwest Ohio, from colleges to high schools and club sports, moments fade, but the memories last forever. Watermark Sports Photo, where every shot is legendary.
Welcome back to Summit City Sports. Here's the situation. 18 and a half seconds left on the clock. Blackhawk Northwood tied at 39. And a big reason why the Braves still in this one. Bryce Lacrosse, the sophomore, whenever you need him, just give him the rock. He's got 22 of his team's 39 and 2 major three-pointers here in the fourth quarter. Pearson going to inbound. He's been playing this whole fourth quarter with 4 fouls. Both sides have done a good job at being disciplined all night long. 20 seconds left, just under. Northwood crowd rises to its feet. We so shall try and do the same. Now with 9. Up top. Ball was poked. Foul called against Riker Knox. Now another chance to set up for Northwood. They got another timeout if they want it. It's just Knox's first and the third team foul. 5.8. This time Vincent going to inbound to the corner. Dietzman drives baseline, gets underneath. Foul called on the floor. And Knox might have just saved the game.
That's his second, team fourth.
And now the timeout called by the Panthers. And look, it's a full timeout, but we'll keep it right here as Panthers going to have one more remaining. And here's the reality, that foul in the NBA, that probably sends you to the line. That's a flagrant. Even in the college game, that's a flagrant. You're going to go to the line. And Knox just takes care of what he had to do. He picks up his second, but now no room to foul if you're the Braves. So if you're Northwood, what do you draw up in this situation?
I know. I was about to ask you the same question. I'm trying to think. They've been shooting the three decently well. Pearson, though, has been the guy to go to down low. Do you think you try to get like another slip screen down low to get it to him and just a quick little lay? That's what they've done good on their inbounds plays so far. I'm thinking that's what you got to draw up, that little slip screen. Blackhawk is going to be crowding that paint, though, trying to get them out of there. No easy buckets.
And in a game where there really has been no easy buckets, it's tough to draw up a play for a situation like this. You could go to Colin Dietzman. You could go to Caleb Vincent. You could go to Mason Pearson. You really could go to anybody. Somebody find open space and find a way to hit the bucket. 3.3 baseline out of bounds on the near side. Vincent going to inbound for the Panthers. Got to make sure to get it in. They do. Here's Pearson. Off a bump, off the glass. No! And that is the fourth quarter. Our score was 34-33 as we hit the end of the third. 2 threes from Bryce Lacrosse and a couple of baskets from the Northwood Panthers. And it's 39 all. One more frame to play. This is going to be my fourth overtime period of the week, as I had a triple overtime game with Woodland and Eastside on Tuesday night. That one, a little bit higher scoring. And we did see a bump there at the end of that on that last shot. You like the no call?
I do like the no call. Yeah, I want this game to go on for 3 more quarters, I love to see.
Careful what you wish for, man.
I know, right? This game has been so good in the defensive battle. It's been so hard to come by buckets. The no call there is fantastic. Letting the boys play. 4 more minutes of basketball here. We hope for more. But, oh, my goodness, I'm ready for this overtime.
And I think, too, you understand that the defender went straight up vertical. He's allowed to do that. He's allowed space on the floor as well. Pearson trying to engage the contact. So, look, we'll play another quarter if that's the way. I don't think anybody's going to be mad about that. Sefton and Pearson again in the middle. Extra basketball as the ball tipped out of bounds. Favor the Braves to start the extra period. Bryce Lacrosse, you got to know where he is on the floor. He's going to be the one to get it. As right now it's Drake Sefton. You can't completely rule out anybody else, but Lacrosse, he's been the man of the night. 22 points right now as we enter overtime. The 3-2 zone, that's been the moneymaker for the Northwood Panthers here in this game. Sefton lost it for a moment, and now the Magic Man has the basketball. Lacrosse fires to the corner for Jaden O'Neal. Move it up top for Briggs Pardon. Blackhawk trying to set something up. They're taking the first minute of time here in overtime. Again, OT, a 4-minute period. I mean, the way this one's gone, this might be our only possession.
I know. As I don't know if I should give credit to Northwood's defense or patience to Blackhawk. Like, they're looking to get it to Lacrosse, though, as a guy who's got more than half your team's points. You got to get it to him.
I think at this point, everybody understanding you want a great shot, and great shots have been impossible to come by. You want to free up your man in Bryce Lacrosse, but when he touches the basketball, I mean, immediately you got a defender right in him, in the middle. Briggs Pardon gets down low. 3-ball, Sefton. No! Offensive board! And a foul called against the Panthers. Team fouls carry over from the fourth into this frame. It's the first foul against number 5, Caleb Vincent. It's the third foul charged here to the Panthers. One more to give before we're going to be shooting. Ball got to be thrown in. It gets into Sefton. Almost 2 minutes down here in the overtime. Northwood crowd starting to get involved. Here's Lacrosse. Feed middle for Sefton. Give it out back. Deep 3-ball. No! Missed it. The chance from Knox to take it back. Misses the defender. 90 seconds for Northwood. Are they going to give it back? Here. Oh. We almost got a 3 from Dietzman, but he takes a second look. And now the Panthers going to wait. They keep moving it around the perimeter. 1 minute to go in the extra period. Both sides waiting for an elite look. And so patient. A chess match between the defenses and offenses. Count is on for Vincent. He gets rid of it to Dietzman and now requests it right back. Edwards feeds up top as the Blackhawk crowd tries to get into it. 20 seconds. Edwards with 10. Knox took it away! Rice on the other side! Yes! Riker Knox the big man on campus. As with 5.8 to go, Blackhawk moves in front.
That's his second, team foul.
Wow.
I'm speechless. What a huge possession there. Great defense. Didn't commit the foul. The and one bucket drops just with such timely fashion. Unbelievable.
And he knocks down the free throw. 3-point lead. Northwood needs some help. Got to put it in. Edwards fires up to Vincent. And here's the timeout called by Coach Wolf. So Northwood, they do have another in the tank. It's a full timeout. I think we'll keep it right here and take a look at that last sequence from Riker Knox. Here on our Anderson Heating and Air Conditioning replay. With mere seconds remaining on the clock, the sophomore goes fishing, and hook, line, and sinker drops it in. Early in the first, every Blackhawk Christian Brave was getting on the scoreboard, except one, Riker Knox. And now Knox has secured what might be the OT game-winning bucket. Wow. What does Northwood have in the bag of tricks? They fire it in. It's tipped out of bounds off the Braves. 3.2. And another timeout going to be taken by the Panthers. It's a full timeout, and we'll take it with them for the last time. Northwood and Blackhawk.
Game day, the moment athletes live for, the intensity, the passion, the unforgettable plays. And while you focus on the game, Watermark Sports Photo captures the memories. From the heart-pounding action to the game-winning score, our game day photos make your athlete the star. But we don't stop at game day. With our Sportrait sessions, together we dream up poses and take your athlete's story to the next level. Serving Northeast Indiana and Northwest Ohio, from colleges to high schools and club sports, moments fade, but the memories last forever. Watermark Sports Photo, where every shot is legendary.
All right, there's the man of the hour, Riker Knox. With just 5 seconds to go, he put his team up by 3. And now a last gasp for the Northwood Panthers to try and force a second overtime. Vincent to inbound. Fire it to Pearson. It's tipped. They call it again. One more chance for the Panthers. And another timeout by Northwood as well. I mean, how many plays do you possibly have at this point in the game?
With 1.7 seconds, you don't have enough time to do anything. You got to get it in. You're catching and shooting. You got to pick your man, and he has got to drill it.
With 1.7 left, big-time efforts on both sides as you listen to this crowd. Here we go. Game on the line. One shot. Vincent for the tie. No! And Riker Knox steals it out of the Panthers' grasp. What a game! As the Braves defend home court and snap the Northwood win streak. It was 7 in a row. All that's over as the Braves get the job done. And look, there were a lot of good efforts. Bryce Lacrosse, 22 points. Caleb Vincent had 10. Colin Dietzman, 13. But if we're being honest, the Parkview Sports Medicine player of the game goes to the man with the OTGWG, Riker Knox, the and one to seal it in the waning seconds of overtime. So now they'll pause a second to pray in the middle. One of the great traditions they hold here at Blackhawk Christian. And what a night for both of these teams. Early on, we thought, look, Blackhawks going to run away with this. They've got the advantage, and they're really starting to churn the wheels. On the other side, then we saw Northwood they stayed around. They never let it get too much. They never let it grow too high, and just played their game defensively, chipped away, took the lead at the end of the third quarter, and then a low-scoring fourth quarter, 3 points only in overtime. Riker Knox wins it. I mean, truly Hoosier hysteria at its finest.
Absolutely. And, partner, what a game it was to call tonight. Absolutely so much fun. I'm doing video and calling it. I'm having just a blast. Dude, what a ball game we saw tonight.
Two great teams duking it out. Look, we got one more week of the regular season, and then it's about winning in the playoffs. So for Cole Wheeland, I'm Eli Lawrence. So long from Mark Davidson Court, home of the Blackhawk Christian Braves. And ladies and gentlemen, have a great night.
Welcome to the Summit City, home to the 260s dedicated high school athletes and fans. Each victory and celebration captured by our cameras. Treasure the highlights from the Summit Athletic Conference this season, or complete games live or on demand. After all, nobody's more proud to call Fort Wayne home than SummitCitySports.com.
The athletes has always been here, and they're getting better. I'm watching, Summit City Sports, man, they're doing an awesome job. And, that's a plug. Them dudes are doing an outstanding job. And I'm able to be in Nashville and watch games on YouTube that they're broadcasting, and I'm seeing the talent. And it is just truly outstanding. And, you guys have seen the talent that's in the NFL now from Fort Wayne, Indiana, the talent that's coming up now, and the talent that, is just here, man. It's really cool.
Developed for athletes of all sports, PSM's Edge training program is a personalized, high-intensity experience designed to help you outperform the competition. Whether you're looking to enhance your speed, strength, power, agility, or overall fitness, our expert training staff will build a program that adapts to your schedule while maximizing your overall performance. Now accepting athletes 12 years old and up. Get started today. Schedule your free evaluation at psmsports.com/edge.
started playing football when I was 4 years old in the Cup Football League at Leo. My freshman year of high school, I really started to notice that there was something different about how I played compared to what some other people were playing like. So then I started to develop more. I started to see the results, and then being able to go to Iowa was a big opportunity for me. Being able to train here at PSM has really given me an edge over my competitors. Working on my speed, that's the name of the game nowadays, is who's the fastest guy on the field. Being able to put my body in different positions to allow me to be in the best position during the game. It's so important to not take those days off and just get into a place like PSM where they have flexible hours, and it's good for college athletes to come in and just train.
Anderson Heating and Air, locally owned and operated with over 50 years of experience. Call us today and get a free quote on a brand new furnace and AC, financed and available. Don't wait. Call us today and sign up for a maintenance agreement and stay cool. Our maintenance agreements will ensure that you're first in line if you have an emergency, and we'll send one of our service techs out for cleanings twice a year. Call us at 557-0958 or request an appointment on our website. Call Anderson Heating and Air, where your emergency is our emergency.
Game day, the moment athletes live for, the intensity, the passion, the unforgettable plays. And while you focus on the game, Watermark Sports Photo captures the memories. From the heart-pounding action to the game-winning score, our game day photos make your athlete the star. But we don't stop at game day. With our Sportrait sessions, together we dream up poses and take your athlete's story to the next level. Serving Northeast Indiana and Northwest Ohio, from colleges to high schools and club sports, moments fade, but the memories last forever. Watermark Sports Photo, where every shot is legendary.
At PSM Sports Therapy, recovery is more than getting you back to your sport. It's about building a stronger version of you. Our team of experts uses state-of-the-art technology to build personalized care plans that get you healthy and back in action safely. With no physician order needed, contact us directly to receive top-quality care exactly when you need it. Call 260-266-4007. Visit one of our Fort Wayne locations or go to psmsports.com to learn more.
The future is what you make it, so make it matter. At the University of St. Francis, we'll help you build a purposeful life, one based on your interests, goals, and desire to make the world a better place. Learning is personal here. You'll be known by name, supported by experts, and connected to professional opportunities. Our Catholic values will inspire you to use your education for the greater good by serving and leading others. Remember, the future is what you make it. Build a life of meaning and purpose at St. Francis. You belong here.
Tired of waiting for a doctor's referral to start physical therapy? At Indiana Physical Therapy, you don't need a prescription. You have the power to choose where you go for expert care. Our experienced therapists will help you get back to doing what you love. With over 19 locations, getting the care you need has never been easier. Take the first step towards a healthier, more active lifestyle. Visit IndianaPT.com to schedule your appointment today.
Indiana Physical Therapy, where people go to get better.
Here, every athlete is one of one. Every day is an opportunity to improve, to become faster, stronger, healthier. That's our commitment. With elite training and expert care, we transform athletes by pushing through challenges and sharing every victory. PSM, you've got goals. We help you get there. Learn more at psmsports.com.
I got a hold of everything and I come from study. And now the whole world gon' know my name. And I used to have nothing, but now I got a whole lot of everything. That's why I come from study. When I'm gone, the whole world gon' know my name. 12 years old, caught up in that street life. I was trying to sound harder than the street light.